everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I got a package in the mail from Dr. OTO KANO, and I was lucky enough to snag a couple of her handmade watercolor pans. So I'm gonna open them up here, show you what colors I managed to get. I think I noticed the update a little bit late, but I was still able to get one of my favorite pigments in the world, basically. So super excited to see how they perform. I'm sure they're going to be wonderful because Otto is a very discerning watercolorist. Alright, it says here, before removing the wrapping, please pop these paints in the freezer. Set a timer for 5 minutes. When the time is up, take them out and take the wrapper off cleanly. Alright, so I'm going to do that, follow the instructions, make sure I do a good job of this, and then I'll take the wrappers off and we'll see what they're like. Now I've got these back and ready to open them. I'll just show you really quickly. I got Venetian red and I got nickel titanium yellow, so PY53 and PR101. Venetian red is one of my favorite reds. I just really like the quality of it. I'm not a huge fan of really bright, bold reds. I use them sparingly, basically. So there's the Venetian red there. Really pretty. And then this color is actually sort of a tone that I've been missing from my Handmade watercolor palette, and that's a Handmade yellow. I do have a yellow from Pfeiffer Art Supply, but I have a separate palette for my Pfeiffer Art Supply 6-pan limited palette set. So this will fill a particular niche in my Handmade watercolor palette, which will allow me to make a wider variety of colors. So I'll just pop them in here with the others, and you can see sort of what my color setup is right now. I have lots of earth tones and greens. Not sure if that'll fit, so I'll just slide these ones down the middle here and they'll stay pretty snug there. And if not, I'll just tack them down. But yeah, they fill spaces that were sorely lacking in my palette here. And now let's try them out. So I'll start off with the nickel titanium yellow. And it re-wets really nicely. This is a very creamy paint. Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, I like this pigment because it has sort of a creamier yellow quality to it. It's less of a bright primary yellow and more of a softer color, which I think will complement the palette that I have because it's largely more muted tones to begin with. And I actually have a lot of colors in there like the Victoria green that are quite low tinting strength. So keeping things from overpowering the other things, and having a yellow that's more like this and less of like a bright gamboge or something, I think will work really nicely for painting outdoors. Even though it's like it's cold now, I'll have to wait till next year to really put it through the trials. We'll try out the Venetian red here. It also re-wets really nicely. One thing about Venetian red is it can sometimes be somewhat grainy, but it's typically a very opaque color, which I really like. People who paint more transparently, this is probably not the red for you. As you can see, it's so opaque that it's quite a lot like gouache, and being kind of mainly a gouache painter, I really appreciate that quality. Yeah, that's really nice. It's got super nice movement. Look at that, that's beautiful. And then let's try mixing them together here. I'll just mix it on the paper and see how that goes. Obviously, since both of these are rather desaturated versions of their colors, you're not going to get bright oranges by mixing these two. You're gonna get sort of more muted beigey tones instead. It still gives the appearance of being orange, but it's not going to definitely be orange. At that point, you're getting into more complex color theory, things that look orange next to other colors that wouldn't necessarily be labeled as orange if it were by itself. But anyway, I like how those go together there. And I think because I've got this yellow and this red, I feel like painting maybe a bird or a phoenix, something like that, that can show off both the bright yellows and the deep reds and all of those beigey pseudo oranges in between. So I'll test these out by doing a painting in my sketchbook. I'll put on some music, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and as always, please subscribe if you like what I do. Let me know in the comments below what sort of videos you'd like to see from me and what sort of knowledge I can impart on you. Have a great day, guys.